Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Football Bet King, turning passion into fortune. You might have by now gotten a sense of what this channel is about, and that is probably why you are here. This is the same reason which made me looking through channels and blogs for reaching that one right page that helps me make successful betting decisions and help me grow my wealth a year back. I was browsing through the channels similar to you and yet not finding the one correct channel that could help me guide in my betting decisions. After all, why wouldn't I have been attracted to it? And why wouldn't you? Who doesn't like to sit back, relax, and make money on the effort of their bets, wherein they just have to sit on their couch and enjoy a football game, where the people in the field are toiling real time to help them make money? Many of us feel that we possess the necessary knowledge to make successful bets, but it just doesn't seem to click. For me personally, betting was not a successful starting experience too, just maybe as you. I had to face a lot of failures and losses to come to a position where I can build stable profits and think of making a fortune out of it. I will touch upon further on this as we move further in the video. I know, and it is a caveat, that there are a plethora of channels, websites, pundits, daily, chatting on televisions that are giving you a lot of betting advices and tips. But I do have a sense that all of the time that they give those advices and tips, they themselves cannot put a successful bet basis that, as you would have seen in the past too, their advices have a ratio of 50-50% in converting their bets to successful winning chances. The problem that I find with them are that they mix a lot of sports. That is one central problem that I have seen in them. They have maybe horse racing, they have casino wagers, they have football. And the problem with that is when you are mixing a lot of sports, the customer, that who is betting, he does not actually have the control over the bet because he is not an ardent follower of so many sports. You can be a jack of all trades and a master of one. So that approach doesn't really buy with a person who wants to make a fortune out of it. Second is they pick leagues that are too random and clubs that we are not familiar with. You might have seen many betting channels picking up Turkey Super Leagues, German Bundesliga 2, maybe Indian Super Leagues. But these are not the clubs that anyone would want to go with just because a person on a YouTube channel is telling them to do so. The third problem with them is that they do not connect with the majority population. The kind of matches that they pick is not what the majority of the population watches. Many of the people follow English Premier League, but as you would have seen, there are not many channels who week in and week out can give you insights on English Premier League matches, maybe because they too know that if their prediction does not work well, people might unfollow them. This is not how football betting works. They do not publish the outcome of their predictions. They never do that. Surprisingly, what they will always tell you is that this is the expert prediction. You need to take a premium membership for, getting to know a prediction which will earn you a lot of money. But after one day, they will never come back to you and tell how well did their prediction model work. Now, how is our model different? Why should you believe me? So putting our facts straight, forever and ever, till this channel is alive, we will be only betting on one sport, that is football, and also betting in the top 5 league of the world always. When I say 5 leagues, I mean the English Premier League, I mean the German Bundesliga 1, I mean the La Liga, I mean the French League, and I also mean the Italian Serie A. We built our fortune with you. Now, you might be wondering, who am I? Am I someone who is, a 50-year-old or a 60-year? No, my friend, I am just a 30-year-old guy who is now sailing his boat along with you into this betting world. I will build my fortune with you. I have made good amount of money, but that is not my ultimate objective. I wish to make a lot more money out of this betting model, which I have now, after so much failure, successfully mastered. And so I will sink and sail with you, and we both are in this together. Third is the outcome of our predictions will be shared and analyzed in every video that will be posted on this channel. So I will not be just giving you some predictions to basis some facts or maybe some outcomes or maybe some team fitnesses that I have in my mind, but rather the outcome which actually resulted after the match was done for will be also discussed with you, as in why did that bet work or why did it not. Coming further, why I'll give you a brief because this is the first introductory video, as in how did I actually think of coming up with this channel and how did this idea of betting come in my mind. So football has been a passion for me for decades. When I was a 12-year-old, that is when I started to get a hang of football, watching Juventus, Del Piero's, the Henrys, then subsequently moving forward to Fabregas's, Rooney's, Xavi's, and today, even today, it fascinates me even more because more and more I have gotten into this. I found this beautiful game to be very enticing. There are a lot of complications. There are a lot of ups and downs with every sort of club that makes you just wondering what will be the next move of the club and how well will the club progress in future. So coming on to the last photograph that I have posted here, Mr. Tariq Lamptey. He's a footballer that I really admire, and I think he's the next big thing. So maybe the rest of the persons on this photo seem very familiar to you. The last person here plays for Brighton and Hove Albion, and he's a great football player. So what have I won till now? I mean, before coming on to anything else, I have given you a lot of insights, maybe a lot of theories, but now really comes the hard fact. Okay, enough of telling us how to win, what to win, how are you different, but tell me what you have won. So a year back, I started making, this was my third attempt. I started making investments again, and I'm happy to tell you that with my investment of 300 plus pounds in a year, I have now made 5,000 plus pounds. Recently, I had just won a 3,300 plus pounds bet on a 25 pounds bet that I did on Europa League match day 6, which had a Lille versus AC Milan match in AC Milan home, if you remember. So you can just refer to that match date. And yeah, that day I had one good 3,300 pounds on a bet of 25 pounds. Now, my betting achievements, unlike other channels, do not only speak about my highs, they also speak about my lows. So I had actually before that given 2 unsuccessful attempts at betting, where I had lost roughly 2,000 pounds when I tried betting a year back. My current live bet that is going on is, as in today, the video creation date is 3 of January 2021, and the video has also been created on the same date. So as you can see, I have just taken a snip of my current bet, which is a 8-fold 20-pound bet over the 5 leagues that I had mentioned to you. And right now I'm getting a cash out of 339 pounds. And this total bet is worth 1,200 pounds. So 3 matches are still pending, which is the Atletico Madrid match, the Bayern Munich match, and the Napoli match. So, I mean, you yourself can, along with me, now check the outcome of these matches. And tomorrow, once the results are out, I will be revealing to you whether I did make my 1,200 pound of my 20 pounds or I could not make them. So what kind of bets do I prefer? What is my model? Now, there are 3 kinds of bet that I prefer, and I believe that the betting that we can do in footballing world can be classified into. One is a small value 8 match bet, 8 plus match bet, which is up to 10 pounds. The folds that you can expect out of it is 100 plus fold. The number of matches that can be involved in it are 10 plus. The mix has to be, there have to be 2 to 3 matches with greater than 2.0 odds and 4 to 5 matches with odds between 1.5 and 2. The reason for the same are that when you are betting a small value, you might want a bigger return, so you can take higher number of folds in it, because I mean, making 20 pounds out of 10 pounds isn't really a bet that average person like you and me would prefer. The second kind of bet is a mid-value bet, which is a 3 to 7 match bet, wherein we can bet 10 to 50 pounds. The folds expected out of it as 25 to 50. The matches mix are greater than 2. You have to pick 1 to 2 matches. Between 1.5 and 2, you have to pick 2 to 3 matches. This will again give you the same kind of returns that you might get out of a small value bet. But since the matches quantity is now less, so I mean, the chances of winning can be greater. The large value bet is a bet which goes for less than 3 matches. So you have to pick 1 to 2 matches of greater than 2 value, or 1 to 2 matches of 1 to 1.5 value. Then itself you can get a fold of 20 to 20. The value for this bet has to be greater than 50 pounds. Now these combinations uh, are not something which is sacrosanct. You might wish to follow them. You can create your own combinations. Sometimes you might be picking these combinations, but still the folds might not reflect exactly how they have been shown here. But the gist is that it will hover somewhere around it. And that is the whole point of it, that you can make small value bets of many folds, or you can make a large value bet of lesser folds. Now, the most important part, how have I actually gone from 300 pounds to 5,000 plus pounds, and how I feel so confident with you that you too can share this journey with me, and together we can make a good fortune of the sport called football that we all love. So my betting secrets have been pretty simple. First is, when you only need to bet when you have earned big. Now, this is a very important mantra, because remember, guys, you might, bet on a match like a Bayern Munich versus Mainz, but I'm telling you, football can be unpredictable at times. There can be incidents which no one can predict. So better it is that you first, through small amount of bets, build a fortune for yourself. And once you have done that, then only you invest big, you bet big, so that you can get bigger returns. Bet only on the top 5 leagues in the world. Forget what the world tells you. Trust me, the leagues that you know the good players are the leagues that you should bet on. I personally prefer the top 5 leagues: the Premier League, Bundesliga, La Liga, French League, and Italian Serie A, because what I have found is that the quality of these sides really makes the difference. Because when you talk about, say, a Turkey league or a Portuguese league, what happens there is that if a team is more motivated, they can easily defeat the giants. But that rarely happens in these leagues. If you have the top 5 leagues, if you have better knowledge and you are well prepared, please bet on only on full-time results. So as I told you, my 2 unsuccessful strategies that cost me dear £2,000 was that I was always looking for like corners, throw-ins, maybe halftime results, maybe goals over 2.5, less than 2.5, less than zero point 0.5. But trust me, these are some things that are too risky to bet upon, as it is never actually clear that what kind of match can it turn into. Maybe the best of defenders can have an off day and concede a lot of goals. But the best thing about full-time results is that over a period of 90 minutes, if a team which is actually very far ahead in quality with respect to the other team, even if it is a goal behind, it can really turn on the results. And there are only 3 possibilities in full-time results. Either your team wins, either it is a draw, or is either the opponent team wins. So I will always suggest to you that you should always bet on full-time results. Look for offers that help you win early. Now, as you might be knowing it, or if you don't know, there are some great websites like Bet365 or maybe Betwin that give you early payout offers. So if you have your team at any point in time goes ahead by 2 goals, they consider your bet to be won. Although the odds are a little bit less, maybe a 95% value of the prices that you could have get if you have not taken the offer. But I will still recommend to you that you should look for those offers, because that further, secures your bet. Because the moment your team gets 2 goal ahead, you can just, enjoy the match now without having the pressure of the result, and thus the outcome of your bet going inside your mind. Look for players that help you win matches. Now, this is a very important piece of information. And as you will be seeing in my subsequent videos, where I will be predicting the top matches where you can go for in a match day, I will be always signaling out the players who can really stand out, the players who can make the difference. For me, preferably strikers are those players, because strikers are someone who will always, make one out of one chance get converted to a goal, which is very, very, very important in a football match. I mean, you can have the best of attacking teams, but if they lack that spearhead, the striker, then I mean, all of those chances get squandered, as we have seen multiple times with Manchester United. The day Anthony Martial stops performing, I mean, Rashford stops performing, United just go blank. Bruno Fernandes is running all over the pitch, but the final score still stays at a 0-0. Be super informed. Now, when I say super informed, you do not need to listen to a Jamie Carragher on a Hotstar. When you need to be super informed, you need to really understand what kind of fatigue condition is the team in. Have they played week in and week out? What kind of players fitness are they carrying? Is Zlatan just coming back from an injury in AC Milan? What kind of players are suspended? Maybe in a Brighton team which lacks that attacking prowess because of a lack of quality. Now, if they have a Tariq Lamptey in their side who can really, pump the ball from the defense to the forward line, is that guy really suspended? Don't get influenced. Refocusing on that point, even if people are telling you the betting rates are down to go for a team, do not trust the instincts. You would have seen many, many a times in Bundesliga, Bayern Munich slipping up. Now, I mean, if you are just seeing how Lewandowski is winning everything, you might feel like, oh, I should bet everything on Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich is having the time of their life. But if you really see their performance, they do tend to slip. So, I mean, it has to be very, very important that you just don't go after the stats that are of the past, but you also understand that where exactly the chink in the armor of these great teams lie. And finally, give time some time. It is very important to understand that a match day does not wrap itself in a day. A match day sometimes stretches to 3 to 4 days. So if you are not getting a right match on a Saturday, on a Sunday, so please do not think that, oh no, I need to make money today. So let me just, blindly bet on a Real Madrid or a Bayern Munich. No, my friend, as I've explained you before too, there might be instances where even the Bayern Munichs and the Real Madrids of the world can falter. So you have to really wait for the right kind of match, because else, an analogy to it will be share market trading, where intraday trading, which is similar to, trying to make short-term gains, always, results most of the times in losses. So just be patient with it. With this, I have come to the conclusion of this video. I hope you did find some interesting insights from me. But friends, trust me, this is just the beginning. We will be creating something far beyond it. I am with you together. From the next video, I will be telling you the matches that I believe will be resulting in positive outcomes on the teams that we choose. There will be proper reasoning given behind the same. For now, thanks. Bye bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you very much.